Hello everybody, how y'all doing? My name is Rafael and welcome to today's video, and today we have another striker build, this time with the Chameleon. Obviously the new striker set being so powerful, it will pretty much make for a very good build no matter what weapon you use. So I will not, keep on uploading striker full red builds with just different weapons, because I think that will be pretty much, just trying to get more clicks out of you guys. But I decided to make one more striker full red build with the Chameleon, because the Chameleon is a weapon that a lot of people don't like. A lot of people don't think that it's good enough compared to other weapons, and even though it starts off quite weak when you start the gunfight, at the end of it comes out as one of the most powerful weapons in the entire game. So let's go. You already watched the gameplay, but let me actually show you what I mean. The issue with this build is that, of course, an airplane will go by when I start recording. Give me a second. Okay, so as you can see, we have 40% critical hit chance, 140% critical hit damage. The reason I have only 40% critical hit chance is because we're gonna get an extra 20 from the first buff of the Chameleon, so I don't want to waste any rolls. I want to go with as much critical hit damage as possible. We're also going to get 50% of that as well, again from the same buff, which will get us all the way up to 190% critical hit damage, right? And then we will also get 90% extra weapon damage from the second buff. Striker, of course, will give us a total of 200% increased weapon damage, because we have both the chest piece, which increases the max stacks from 100 to 20, but also we have the backpack, which increases each stack from 0.65% extra weapon damage to 1%. So the issue with this build, as you might have guessed already, is that we have quite a lot of buffs to build up. So as you can see, when I start shooting, the numbers are not that high, but the more I shoot, the better it gets. Let's give the striker a little more time. There we go. I think we're at full stacks now. Yep, hitting for 1.8k. 1.8 million, excuse me. And if we change that to armor, the armor is gone. I cannot see. To be honest with you, I cannot see how much we're doing to the armor, and the buffs are gone. Okay, let me get the buffs up again. So I think it's 1.5 on the armor with full stacks and 1.8 without armor. Yeah, something like that. The stacks might not be at 200, it might be 180 something or 190 something, but you get the point. As you just saw, it takes some time to build up those stacks, but because we're going with a striker which increases the rate of fire, the Chameleon goes all the way up to 1035 rounds per minute, which is insanely high. You can build up your stacks very, very fast. That's why I decided to go with 40% critical hit chance, because we can get the 20% critical hit chance and the 50% critical hit damage from the first buff of the Chameleon very, very fast, very, very easy. Obviously, when you're out doing control points or whatever, getting those stacks won't be as easy as you're watching right now. But if you're hitting your shots, you don't really need a lot of hits. You need what? 30 headshots. That's not even a magazine of the Chameleon. You can do that pretty fast and pretty easy, I'm pretty sure. So if we go with the rest of the pieces, you'll see I have the 4 striker, of course, weapon damage, critical hit damage, critical hit damage, weapon damage, critical hit chance, critical hit damage, weapon damage, critical hit damage, weapon damage, critical hit damage, critical hit damage. And then we have the contractor's gloves and the fox sprayers. Obviously the fox sprayers, we want the 8% damage targets out of cover. Pretty self-explanatory, with a 12% critical hit damage roll as well. And then we have the contractor's gloves. Now you don't have to go with the contractor's gloves. Grupo Sombra gloves, you will see that you will hit higher when it comes to enemies without armor, when it comes to changas or dogs or just red enemies, right? You will hit harder on those. However, with the contractor's gloves, you will hit for more against enemies with armor. So I thought to myself, because I tested this build mostly on legendary and very little on control points, because I already knew that on control points all by myself I will be doing just fine. I wanted to try it out on legendary mostly. So I thought to myself, I already have 21% damage to health from my Chameleon, which means that Changas and dogs will go down super fast. Another airplane is going by. Yeah, another airplane is going by. Jesus Christ. I don't know if you can hear it. Then if we take a look at the Fox Bears, of course we have the 8% damage targets out of cover, which will boost our damage even more. So between critical hit damage and damage to armor, we already have quite high critical hit damage, almost at 200%. Let's get some damage to armor to make sure that those elites with their armor will go down fast enough. Honestly, even if you go with the Grupo Sombra or the Contractor's Gloves, the difference is very small. You won't notice anything huge. Another option, of course, is the layout you see over here with the Coyote mask. That will give us 12% more critical hit damage overall. I recalibrated my chest piece, which I saw you earlier, which had critical hit chance. So again, we're at 40% critical hit chance. We will go all the way to 70, which obviously it's going to be 60. We're going to be wasting 10% critical hit chance. However, we're going to be hitting for more overall. As you can see, previously we're hitting for 1.8 million. This way, we're going to be hitting for 2 million. As you can see, at full stacks, we're hitting for 2 million. On health and on armor, we're hitting for 1.6. Right, so 200k more on health and 100k more on armor. So the other way obviously would be to go with Grupo Sombra instead of Contractors or instead of the Coyote mask. Again, 40% critical hit chance. Where is it? There it is. And 167% critical hit damage, which will get increased by a lot, by 50%. So we will surpass the 200 mark. Let's actually see how much that will hit for. So with the Grupo Sombra gloves, we're obviously hitting higher than we're hitting with the Contractors on health enemies for obvious reasons. When it comes to the armor, we're hitting pretty much the same. However, when it comes to the Coyote mask setup that I saw you earlier, the Coyote mask hits way harder. As I said, I prefer to go with the Contractor's Gloves simply because the difference is not that big, and because I'm pretty sure that in Legendaries, which is where I'm played mostly with this build over here, a lot of my teammates were running the Coyote mask anyways, so I was benefiting from that. So I think that this, if you go for a group setup, will be the most optimal build. If they don't have a Coyote mask in there, you can swap it, you can change it real quick. However, all three of the builds pretty much melt whatever you're up against. It's truly insane the amount of damage that you can put out. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know down below in the comment section your thoughts about it. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Bye bye.